Alright, so I'm gonna start trying to do these vlog style videos inspired by Oda. So to kind of keep up to date with what's going on for South to South or any other music related collabs that are going on. Right now I'm in downtown South Bend, just walking around right outside of McCormick's, and I'm just gonna circle around as I think about what to say and that kind of stuff. So Psychedelic Cowboy just got added to the South to South roster. Just released the first album last week. I think that was like Thursday. I ended up uploading that. That's gonna end up going on streaming services today, hopefully, or it's gonna be uploaded today. I'm gonna be meeting up with him later today, so we're gonna discuss all that stuff. So I was also kind of figuring this would be a good time to figure out where to put the camera and stuff. That's weird. Is it more like up like this, I think. I'm gonna be picking him up today and taking him to the recording spot. He hasn't been there yet. A lot of people still haven't been there. So hopefully today we get something recorded, or just show him around and then we just scream a whole bunch and then call it music. I went last night with to Quinn over at Orange Door, and they're jamming for a bit, and that turned into a whole recording his cassettes that he just has over the past 25 years, I think. Just has a bin of. It's not like his bands, it's just random artists, people alive, dead. And it's like, well, what do I do with this? You just gonna let it rot? I don't know, whenever it comes to dead musicians and stuff, who owns that? I don't know. It feels a little bit rude to anybody that is dead and someone else owns that art. And yeah, it's like a will kind of thing. Oh, I have a bunch of this furniture that my kids don't want. My garage is full. I'm sorry, John. My garage is also full. But some people do want that stuff. I still would want furniture even though I don't really have room for it. I can stack chairs on top of chairs and, enjoy twice the comfort. Yeah, it turned into just 17, 18 different cassettes, him just tossing them back and forth. It sounds like an explosion over the microphone. We just put the mic up to his stereo boombox thing, radio. Coming up to the Commerce Center right now. The place is cool. There's a jazz thing they do way in the back of the building. It's kind of scary to try to find it if you've never been there before, but it's worth it. They might have a sign out. If not, I'll just put it up. A lot of the big mindset for South to South right now is a lot of the music has already been made. So with Psychedelic Cowboy, I didn't really have to do a whole lot of mixing. He did all of it. It's amazing what you can do on BandLab or Bandcamp, or not Bandcamp, BandLab or GarageBand. That's what I'm thinking of. Which I had an iPhone, but it was too early whenever GarageBand was implemented into it. So that was probably 2014 I had an iPhone, 2013. Somewhere around there. Going through the Constellation compilation stuff has been really fun as well. I've been kind of sitting on it a little bit. I've edited the video to a way that was in a beta form, and I'm kind of waiting to get a few months in, especially for the video editing. I'm hoping to do cool little I don't know, what are they called? I realized I was going the wrong way, so I had to turn around. Cool little timestamps, I guess. Go back in time, look at this from 3 months ago. A lot of that stuff, a lot of It is like time stamping it though, because I'm gonna wanting to have like implement more like this was recorded at this time frame, this hour, this minute, this second kind of stuff. I think that, especially because like right now I don't have Oda's video out yet for the dance. It was like a dance show. It was really awesome, dance collaborative. Like, I don't know, that was like really, really awesome, and it was really cool to see that there was not just a lot of people interacting, but there was a lot of cameras as well. So, cause I had to leave to go pick Max up from work, like midway through. So that's why I wanted to focus on using timestamps, so then people could easily find what time they were at the event, and then, yeah, see if they wanted to find themselves. But yeah, that's another thing, like, if you're making music, not making music, if you're making like videos of live performances, do people want themselves to be filmed in the crowd or not? Like, eventually I'm hoping to figure out an easy way to blur a lot of the crowd, but I'll talk to people about it, and they're like, no, people really like that. So it's like, you know what? Yeah, I don't know. There's certain shots where like it just gets like the whole crowd, and there's like unfortunate looking individuals because they're just like sitting in a weird way, or they're eating or something. It's like they probably don't want to be on camera, and especially for kids. I do not want to be recording kids. That shit's fucking weird, and I'd rather just like blur kids out for their protection. And that's like whenever it blends in with, well, if I'm like recording the kid playing music, I guess that is a little different, but yeah, it's still that big protect kids mindset. This is an area I'm coming up on right now that was that's like right downtown. There's the Morris. See it better, yeah. This cute little park. I lit peanuts on fire down here once, and then the person I was with, me and her, we found a notebook over here. I think it was actually over here, and it was like it was like a drug addict's diary. It was interesting. Yeah, that was fucking weird. It was really sad. It was like the descent into madness. And he's like, oh no, I can't get over this. They cleaned this area up a lot. There used to be a tarp down here, or like somebody's tarp. South Bend's done a lot of weird stuff with the homeless community. I don't know what the whole mindset is, but the way I see music is just like there's no reason to build any more houses. I mean, you have building like a business type of thing. It's like you're building that, but I don't know, the way that collabs work, people will try to add to the collab instead of just, this is already the finished product, you don't need to add anything more to it. Or you don't need to make another one. Music genres go through that. Like the idea of like where mixed media is at right now. I don't know, a big mindset is if you stick to one genre, it's just, it depends on what you're trying to do with your music. If that's what you want to do, then go right ahead. You know, always do what you want to do. Whenever it comes to like art and music, don't fucking hurt people over your art. There's a couple other people that I've been in contact with for trying to upload my music or upload their music. Yeah, they'd be considered my music. Point granted. A couple people that I've been trying to help distribute their music around. Help them distribute their music. They want to make sure that it's theirs. So, and you write a contract, it's like, I'm uploading this, but this is yours. And it's like, contract stuff, is it that specific? I don't know. There's a lot of posts recently about Steve Albini. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. I've never like heard of too much. Like the classics I've heard. I can't think of any on the top of my head, but I'm sure if you said his most popular produced stuff or stuff that was most influenced, yeah, like me talking in this tone about him, it's probably pissing people off. I don't know who the fuck he is. That's my fucking problem. So as I'm seeing more people, you die and then you get more famous, and that's what's happened a lot. Like, unfortunately, MF Doom is in that category for me too. I mean, I listened to him a little bit, but definitely listened to him a lot more after. There's a lot of like getting into the genres way too much and the labels of, well, now so modernism. When was modernism first discovered? I say discovered like someone just decided to coin this term a specific thing, this era, but we're post 7 different generations past the modernism that we are, so I don't know what you consider that. Steve has a famous quote of like, don't sign anything, if it's a contract, it's fucked up, kind of shit, which I get. I just don't know if that's possible. I have to sign paperwork to go to the bank, and if I want to make it more official, I'm going to have to sign South to South on that. If I want people to not fuck you over, I'm doing this amount of service and not anything extra. You have to sign a contract? If I get it's like not supposed to be taken for everything. It's like you can take that with any scripture. Like cherry picking is only okay whenever it's not. Or cherry picking is only okay until it's not. Circle back around. I don't know. Yeah, this is the first vlog style of random sport. There's some people with signs over here. I couldn't see what they said. Protesting for something. So I'm kind of curious what they said about it.
My children for 12 and a half years.
Oh, it's your children?
Yes, and the probate court that had denied me my parental rights, has taken my rights away, have put me in jail illegally. There is not even a custody order,
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And you're just making sure you're trying to get the message out as best as you can, right? Is there anything that we can do to help? Like anybody else, just like, is there people maybe call?
People to come out, show up and help us protest. That's what we want. We just want support.
How often you guys go and do this kind of thing?
This is our first.
This all week? Yeah. Okay, well, I'll this time this week. I'll make sure to get this out really fast then, because to make sure that you guys can get all the help that you need. And I think that with enough bodies, and people are going to actually, the people that do need it here are going to actually listen. Because there's a lot of corruption kind of stuff going on, and that's why it just starts with small stuff like this, and then changes can happen. It's just people just need to get the message out. You guys are doing an amazing thing. Like, it's gonna turn out, it's gonna work out in the end. I don't know how it's gonna work out, but I'm really sorry to hear that. It's insane. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
So it's kind of hard for me to talk about it.
I understand. So I'm not trying to pry too much. I was just curious about the signs, because there isn't a whole lot of information on the signs. But
I've been fighting. I've filed with the police department. I filed kidnap charges. Nothing's being done.
Oh my God.
I filed with the FBI. Nothing's being done. to the county commissions, commissioners, nothing's being done. I've been to the mayors, nothing's being done. I've been to the JJC trying to get some type of results.
Yeah.
And going to court hearings, and every time I go in a court hearing, they want to shut me down, close my mouth, seal me, isolate me, put me in jail. I didn't have $50,000 bonds on me. I didn't have $30,000 bonds on me. And then they alarm me. Then they try to say the young man that has my children never been proved that he's a dad.
Oh my God.
And then he abused my kids, put his foot on my daughter's neck, strangulates her. I'm the mother. I take my daughter to the emergency room, and they put my kids back in the hands of the abuser. We went to court on Veterans Day over at this court, okay? They were closed, okay? And they're holding illegal court. And if they done it to me, how many others have they done this to?
Yeah, people that don't have strong enough voices
Exactly.
or the support systems.
There's not even paternity. My son doesn't even have a paternity number. Never been established. Don't even know this man a daddy. Word of mouth, yeah, okay? But when you switch custody, their chain of command, what they say is their objective, the court's objective is that you have to have DNA before we switch custody, okay? So they didn't do that. They put the day that they took my children, July 14, 2011, they just put me in jail, stated that I moved to Arizona on word of mouth. There was no evidence. Had a publicly reprimanded magistrate on the bench, Barbara Johnson, okay?
Okay.
So why is she holding cases? And study put me in court back and forth. They allowing her to sit on the bench to practice.
Just like toying you around, just like
Yeah.
like you don't have a
And then
life that you're trying to live.
court,
Yeah.
You got opposing counsel, and the magistrate. Oh, they come from the same law firm, and they hear the case. That's a conflict of interest. So
Yeah.
I write against it, and I file. Nothing gets done.
And they don't want to help anybody actually help people out. That's why they don't want to get stuff done.
Yeah.
It makes them more money to cycle through it.
Yeah, money racketeering. That's all that it is. So it's time.
It is time. All right, inside now with the director of security. He said that we could protest anywhere on the property as long as we're not impeding, which is not what they told the protesters, or what I was told from the protesters. So, multiple sides of the story. But he's trying to get higher ups right now because he said that it is not their jurisdiction or department, it's more of the court stuff. So he's getting his higher ups right now. He didn't want to give me any of the information of his boss. I asked for any contact information. He refused to give it to me. So, because he seemed to not, very respectfully was like, this is above what I am or what my position is. So like, I'd rather get somebody else. But he wasn't telling me who that somebody else was. So yeah. So Mr. Jeff told me that Mr. Wayne can give me all the information I need because it's a private case, so they can't give any information. But the interesting thing that they're going to be telling me specifically, making sure that they know exactly who I am. South to South Records. Nice to meet you. I don't know, it's the way that they are going to be still ignoring it. They kept on saying, Jeff specifically kept on saying, I talked to this man for an hour and a half and I didn't even know there's a protest going on. But I did get confirmation by both gentlemen that I spoke to that we are allowed to protest on this public property. I don't know if it's public. It probably isn't. We're allowed to protest on this property as long as you're not interfering and impeding with court cases. And the issue that the protesters over there are having is that they're trying to get them for something else and they're not able to go on the property because they will incite them for something else, from my understanding of it. So that's whenever they actually need the assistance of more bodies that are going to get the message out. They did not want to give me any contact information whatsoever about who their higher ups were. I'm going to end up calling Jeff and asking who his boss is. And I'm just going to go like this until I kept on wanting to say compression of time, but condensation of time kept on coming into my mind, and that's why I was like, what the fuck is that word? And yeah, I got my tailpipe fixed. Well, and got it refunded. I need to check this out along the way. I don't know, time kind of condensed there for a second. That was weird. So I was just out running errands, and I don't know, I didn't even get my oil changed today. I still need to. The plug for it, I guess, very loose. I know it is. It's like it's hard to explain. It just twists weird and it doesn't close proper. You have to be really careful, and you can't use like a torque gun on it. But you can tell them that at the shop, and then they still do it. That's fair. Wait a minute. I did not wake up this morning and it's like, oh, I'm gonna go talk to I don't even know who I talked to. I don't care. I'm gonna talk to Jeff this morning. Jeff didn't want to talk to me, so why the fuck am I talking to him, dude? Man. You know, I really hate hippie talk and all that. Or that like density of compression of time shit. Like when something smells so bad you go blind, it goes and fucks with your other senses. There's a TikTok that I saw recently where this one kid didn't get picked up from school, so the police were like, hey, we're gonna stop by your house and see what your mom is up to. And she's like really fucked up, and the kid's like, she doesn't know what time is right now, or something along those lines. I don't know. 12 and a half years is a long time. it's easy to put something that's solid. I don't know. It's not the real number. It's easier just to say 12 and a half, like information purposes. Well, that isn't, I don't know. I watched somebody hit a squirrel. There's a squirrel in the tree as I said that. That's crazy. That's crazy. I saw somebody hit a squirrel and yeah, it's like squirming, and that sucks. That derailed a lot of stuff in my head. And then that entire road just had so much roadkill that was really brutal. I've been playing Killing Floor 2. It was on sale for $1 something. Like, hell yeah. So, like, I'm seeing guts spill on the road and like, whoa, that's just like that NVIDIA Gibbs and Gore system they got going on. Man, the filming a vlog thing is difficult. I'm kind of realizing how heavy my bipolar is through it. Trying to keep a straight thought. I think it's mainly because I base a lot of things on, like, everybody does will base their words on emotions and then go with it. And then all of a sudden I'm talking to Jeff. Because I'm just curious, I'm like, I don't know, they have a proper message, and I talked with somebody recently where they're like, work on your public speaking and that will do wonders for you. And the only way to do that is to practice, I guess. There's a lot of like practicing projection and vocals for the past like 5 years that I've worked on. Or it seems like the more aware of it I become, then it's doesn't work as well or something. I don't know. It's like the whole Spotify LUFS system, where a lot of my music sounds really quiet because, well, like my first album sounded fine because I didn't know anything about it, and then once I started messing with those settings, then all my shit is either like the drums are way down here because I didn't know at the time to just drag the fucking fader up, and a lot of that stuff is getting re-released now because it is just like that there's sounds that aren't just, the frequencies didn't get picked up because it got mixed so poorly. Like, as much as the conversation was really weird, I still feel confident about it. Whenever I left my previous job, I had like a meeting with the general manager, and I don't know, it was kind of like that kind of vibe. But also not being emotional during that kind of stuff too is, if I like popped a Klonopin so I could, like, you know, not have severe anxiety while I'm like sitting in this uncomfortable chair, then behind me there's a tree branch that's a fake tree for sure. And it's like it's placed in just a spot where the branch is. You can't sit down comfortable on those chairs, as I'm not gonna be able to get access into like, I should have asked them if I could just film. Could I get your guys's verbal approval of this or something? Because I'm not trying to like sovereign citizen it and be like, oh, my amendment rights and stuff. It's like they don't care. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, if you think that you do have the rights for it, they're still going to fuck around. And that's where, like, you are able to protest all this week or anytime that you want for this case, but they could just throw something at you and you could get arrested for it. And that's what's going on. That's why they have to protest all across the street. but then they think that they're out of sight, out of mind, and they don't care what they have to say, and because it seems to be a fucking... Yeah, I'm not trying to, like... I don't want cops after me. I've had enough of that bullshit. So that's why I'm not, like, stealth filming in the fucking police department. Like, what's that gonna do? It can get me arrested? Like, I don't know. That's fucking dumb. I don't know. There's a couple things that I would do differently. If I could... Like, I wouldn't necessarily do it differently, but... Whenever... like, that video that I recorded, that's where that meeting took place with Jeff. It was right in the lobby. It wasn't a meeting at all. He was... Every time that we would get to a point of... He was like, oh yeah, I don't know what they're out there for, and I honestly kind of forgot about it. Then he starts walking away. And I'm like, kind of following him, walking with him a little bit. But we didn't leave the lobby area. And... yeah, maybe I should have initiated a meeting of like, hey, can we sit down and discuss this? Like, I'm not trying to, like, be the person that is... I don't know the story at all. And that's what kind of what was frustrating, is that I was trying to get their side of it, but from Jeff and whatever the fuck his name is, the director, but only director of security, not of anything else. According to them, they don't know anything about it. It's none of their information, none of their business. They have no idea that there's even protesters there. They forgot by noon. It wasn't even noon. It was like 11-ish whenever I went out and went inside to investigate, which that's interesting doing that. But, like, I didn't bring anything in. I don't have business cards. I don't need business cards. He specifically asked if I had a business card. My paper cutter is crooked, so I stopped making business cards. I think I made like 5 of them, 5 samples, and then I was like, oh, it's crooked. I don't know. I feel like parking lots without lines are weird. It's like, I'm gonna park. I don't have a protractor on me. I think I park straight, but what if it's like sideways parking required or something? I don't know. There's a weather radar thing over here, and you can't see it with the trees. And you can't see it with my finger either. We don't sell quick breed here, sir. You're gonna have to go somewhere else. I'm sorry. I was curious where a good parking spot would be. Whatever, but I've been here a while and I have never seen... It could be just somebody fucking around and putting placing stuff, because it looks like it's inside out, or got put inside out. It looks like a dog toy, like just chewed on. It's weird. Like shit. Now Jeff knows who I am. Now he knows. Now the director knows who I am. I know that's like, oh, who cares? But it's still, I don't know. I don't like police. I don't like them knowing shit that I'm up to. Now, this lady put just like 12 plus years of trauma onto me. And not onto me, but like, I really listened to her, and it's like, what do I do with that? I could just have them, like, it doesn't affect me. I'm like, nothing, I'm just a bystander in it. So, if she needs help, who the fuck, like, I have shit I need to do. Everybody's got their own lives. People also have lives. People have lives. People have lives. People have lives. Jeff has a Am I gonna make some fucking enemy with a dude named Jeff? I'm not trying to make enemies with anybody. I mean, if you happen to have like really, really shitty takes, for sure, but he treated me with some sort of kindness, and up until like something shows up, we're like, yeah, he's also not treated that with kindness either. That's what's difficult about the whole. What's your side of it? Well, we don't even know that side of it's going on. It's like, what do you mean? They're outside protesting. No, I think there's a big push on like regional art with you know, this TikTok culture, just social media. You know, 2004 to 2007 type of synth stuff. So I was meaning to put all this stuff on TikTok. That's like the fastest way to get information. I'm not good with TikTok. And I kept on forgetting to just use TikTok whenever I was over there. But after like the entire time, like TikTok was not in my mind at all. But it's still that quickness of information. But because of that, there's such a saturation of it. How would you focus on? I'll get a lot of ads on either Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, anything, and the ads would be for like stuff that's so far away. Like, what the hell? Like, why do I need to see this? This is just like a waste of everything for me. Like, that kind of stuff is brain rot to me, to where it's at this point now, it's all like, it could be an AI picture of what they're claiming to be something. I always think of those memes where it like shows like beautiful like Angel Falls or whatever it's called, and it'll say like Gary, Indiana. And that's really funny, but that's the misinformation that gets muddled in with history and bullshit. All these Jimmy Dean will say, new recipe. They change it each time. I don't know what to believe. What do you mean new? I have been eating these forever. When God created light, He created Jimmy Dean, maple griddle cake, sausage, egg, and cheese. Weird. There's this one right here. You can see a front of sorts. Look at that little button. But yeah, this little thing looks interesting.
God, it's picked up so much dust and moving, it's insane. I've never seen anything like this in person. None of that is rain. There hasn't been a drop of rain yet. That's all dirt.
very much. This next one is called Positive Energy, produced by Mark Adams, Bills, and additional instrumentation by your guy. I got lyrics, but I'm just gonna improvise on it. Here we go. Come on, Ellie. This is what we about to do right here. I'm about to improvise something for you. This is my new single, In the Words. And guess what it's called, y'all? Positive energy. I'm gonna hit you with this one time. I bring it back, make you wanna press rewind. Just like this time, I go back to the future. Don't disrespect, might have to do something to you. But I'm coming real low, keep my flow above the clouds in the solar system go. Other worlds, my dimensions. I'm coming back, my style never stop, I stay stacked. Cause we gotta keep it real, we deal with the realness. Manifest the truth, everybody wanna feel this. We can get along and sing the same song. Break it down to the gut and raw. To the break of dawn, we don't stop. We hip hop, manifest the moment we get the beat drop. We manifested on the Midwest flow. We're here at the level, that's how we go. Positive energy. We about to hit you with some positive energy. Can we get down one time? We wreck stuff, make it hot when it's good on flow. We never stop, we roll. Down the river, up the ways and other ways. Beat my style, here we go, other ways. Tell the truth, my style flow. Incredible, maintain the game mode. It's a guy that you know from the Midwest slide road. The funky original, get down for real though. Check out the video. We get hot every time you mix it. Maintain and make it rock every time you listen. Hey, RIGAC, number one, LOVE in the place to take. With the positive energy, we get down, rock on. Till the break of dawn, rock on. Till the break of dawn. That's how we do it, we rock on. And it don't stop, till the break of dawn, we let the beat drop. It's your guy, Jay Rizzle, we make it hot. Check it out one time, that's the loveliness. Positive energy. About to hit you with this. Positive energy. One time for the rhyme. One time for the rhyme. Coming straight from the middle. From the crossroads. SBI. Bucktown. Nearly. One time, make it hot. One time. We don't stop with it. We make it rock one time. We gon' rock with it. We gon' rock with it. We gon' rock with it. Positive energy. Peace and blessings. All praise to the Most High.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
so we got this right here. Yeah, we're gonna make sure to check this out. Make sure to scan this QR code right here. And we got man right here, man myth legend right here,
J
bro.
Wright 1L.
Awesome.
Coming from the Midwest, born in SBI, Bucktown, Vanilli. My guy got up there with that bass and made it funky one time. We about to do something. This is my guy right here. What's your name again?
How about Cameron, bro?
Cameron, that cat.
Fuck yeah, bro.
Check out my YouTube, J Wright 1L videography.
Yeah.
Then my YouTube is jwright1l.net.
Fuck yeah, bro.
I'm about to do something with this cat right here.
Yeah, we doing it. Phone's almost dead. There I am. Alright, and then walking around the block, South Bend turned into Ovid. It's 3:03 a.m. in the morning. And, yeah.
I've had enough of that bullshit. So that's why I'm not like stealth.
No, I'm just, it's kind of what I'm doing, so like, yeah, no, I'm just trying to get people, you guys can get your message out. If there's enough signs, yeah, people do notice. That's why I stopped, yeah, that's insane, I don't even, yeah, like,
Filming
also,
in the fucking police
like,
department.
you only gave me, so like, behind my hand is
What's that gonna do? It can get me arrested? Alright, I don't know,
So
that's
then-
fucking dumb.
it's like a card, right? I just want to make sure it's not see-through. Yeah, this is all blank. And then there's just the name on this side, and you can, yeah, I might just blank it out just in case, but like, yeah, there's no way, like, I asked for information about, I don't know, that there's only,
Also not being
There's
emotional
only the
during
name
that kind of stuff too.
and the number, and then it's just like
if I like
an
pop
empty
the
book.
Klonopin so I could like, you know, not have severe
And it's like, you want to
anxiety
start
while I'm,
here?
like, sitting in this uncomfortable chair, then
I'm
behind
about
me
to.
there's a
I don't
tree
have
branch
service,
that's
so I'm not gonna call yet. I
fake
might eat
tree for
first
su-
before
for
I make
sure.
the phone call, but a book.